advice would you give your younger self?
To never marry. To never marry. I think that I could have done all the things that I have done without a man.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
Don't get married. You're free, man. You're free in the world, so don't get married, please. Forget about population. It will grow automatically. Don't get married. Don't lose your freedom and individuality. And your pride, man. You're a man. You're always wanted. I'll tell you. You're always wanted. But once you got it, you're jailed.
I believe everyone wants a happy marriage. Like you have a wife, you have kids, like it's a nice thing, but to get someone to commit to you, like trusting each other in this modern world, it's almost impossible. So it's not like having a family, the bad idea of getting married, but who you marrying to, because nowadays things have been changed. There is this video of our sister going viral right now, she been saying men they're dating, older men they're dating younger women for their reason, and those reasons are not good. So it seems for them dating lower, it's a bad idea. But before I show you that video, I wanted to take you through this clip, which shows the stats of women being approached by men depending on their age, and then from there we can go forward. But before all, let's watch this one.
The amount of attention that women gets really depends on the age. So this graph that we see here is the number of contacts made from a random sample of 10,000 men towards women at a particular age from 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and so forth. And the bottom axis is the men's age. At 20 years old, women gets the most amount of messages, especially from guys around their age, which is at 20, and you do see a substantial amount of messages from men across the spectrum. By 25, she gets the most messages from men around her age as well, but of lesser magnitude than when she was 20. And by the time she is 30, the amount of messages she gets from men around her age is significantly less than when she was in her 20s. I would say it is about a third of when she was 25 and a fourth of when she was 20. It does seem like that they get around the same amount of messages from older men. But this could also be because typically older men, there's a lesser pool of them because they have already settled down. This is also to note that when you reach an older age, more likely or not, your peers are getting married or have already settled down, so your options of messages have reduced significantly. When she reaches 35, it reduced again by a third of what she had in her early 30s, and by the time she's 40, 45, and 50, it tapers off to be around the same amount. So the older the woman is, the less attention she gets. So comparing the areas, for every 100 men interested in that 20-year-old, there are only 9 looking for someone 30 years old. Some of the graphs have shown that women wants men to age with them, while men prefers youth. And this is where the gap lies. When a 32-year-old woman goes on the app, she sets her filters to be 28 to 35, whereas men set their filter from 24 to 40, but realistically, they only message women under 29. So that's why I tell a lot of my friends, go older, set your age range to be a little bit higher, and it's okay. From all the graphs I've seen, a 10 years age gap is recommended. Let me know what you think.
This is interesting, but the most important thing here we have to learn, if you're a man, you cannot marry like a woman on the same age. Let's say you are 25, you cannot marry a 25 years old. No, that's not gonna happen, and it's a bad move, I can tell you that. So if you're a younger woman, make sure you secure a man earlier, because when you're to your peak, a lot of men will be chasing you, and majority of them are older men. So men, when they're getting older, they're going for the young women. And young women, when they're young, it's easier for them to attract any kind of men, like any ages, like those ranging from 18 up to 40 and above, because they're at their peak, they are fertile. But when they getting older, that attention declines. So it means their time is limited. But for a man, when they are aging, they become more desirable and they can secure any kind of woman. So it's just vice versa, like that. So let's continue.
Let's talk about why men love young girls so much. There are a number of reasons. A, you are young, so you look good because you have youth on your side. But B, most importantly and most scarily, because you are young and you lack knowledge, so you are easily manipulated. I do not care how much knowledge or experience you have as a woman. If the guy you are talking to is 5+ years older than you, you will be easy for him to manipulate. Now, I would say this stops being applicable from like 30+, because I think 30+, everybody is an adult. So a 30-year-old and a 40-year-old or 45-year-old, quite similar, even though there is still an age gap. So let's first understand that most men do not love being held accountable or being forced to be responsible. And what happens is, as women get older, they start to understand the game more, they start to understand men more, and they start to have higher expectation and tougher rules for men. Men do not like that. And men will say that they like younger girls because they look better, obviously youth, and, the children thing. However, there are a lot of beautiful, fine, older ladies who still can have children. The only difference between those two women is that one of them has the experience of age on her side and has experienced things with men. And once you have experience, you have knowledge. You can spot some of these men coming. It is so much easier for a man to spill his lies, his tricks, his manipulation on a young girl because it's probably the first time she's ever coming across that type of situation. She probably does not know what to question him about. She's probably not sure what's going on. Maybe she can feel that something's off, but she doesn't really know what it is. Men also tend to be more financially advanced than the younger girls they are dating. So their finances, in terms of impressing a woman, can go a lot further with a younger lady. Older women, a lot of times, we've done all that YOLO. Not to say the YOLO's over, but, we've experienced it. We're looking for the real money now. House money, stocks and shares, 401k if you're in America, retirement, real serious money. That requires thought and planning and responsibility. Remember that thing that men don't love? So the best way to avoid it? Go for a woman that's not going to ask about it. Also, it would be remiss of me to fail to add that a lot of men like younger women because in the age range that they're in, they have scattered the market. Their reputation is known from NW1 to SE26. Those are postcodes if you're in America. And why I say the dating game is rigged is because a man can do all that, mess up the game, get a terrible reputation in his age range of women, and then just go down to the younger generation. And that's what a lot of men do. So I'm not saying don't date younger women, don't date older men. I'm not your mother. I just want to highlight the mindset behind a lot of man's desire to date younger women. Now, like I always say, there's always an exception to the rule. For best results, assume it's not you.
I think she has some daddy issues, because if a woman being approached by the older man and within 5 years gap, she's saying that dude is manipulating that lady, that's not true, because the main reason men are approaching younger women is for the kids, they want to have babies. And the younger women, they have higher chances of being pregnant than older women. So that's why they're going for the younger women. And they don't want to talk about this because they only focus on the negative thing. They want to age with men. Like if she's 35 and then she wants a 35 years old man, that's not going to happen. Secure a man earlier at your peak because you have an expiring date. And majority of men, they become successful when they are getting older. But a woman, they can secure a good man, rich man when they are young. So what they have to do, just stay healthier, be in shape, and be beautiful. You are sorted. But for a man, it's different. Like for a man being able to provide to a woman, it takes time. That's why they put that thing aside when they made it in life, and then they're going for the younger women. That's it. If you've been watching this video till now, I want to say thank you for watching, and don't forget to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe so you won't miss any other updates. And again, thank you, and see you on the next one.